Hi and welcome to the heart of Europe. I'm Michael and I'm going to cook for you a great Czech dish called SVICKOVA, which is made out of very tender meat, wonderful gravy, and it's complemented with typical Czech dumplings. Czech Republic is this cute country located in the heart of Europe. Its capital, Prague, is one of the most romantic cities in Europe. Czech Republic is home to 12 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Czech towns are historically known for their beauty, great architecture, and bohemian flair. Every town is unique and special in its market square. It is surrounded with town hall, church, and smaller shops. On Saturdays, local farmers and businesses set up stalls in squares. I love going to those markets because they offer local specialties, freshly baked products, spices, all sorts of sausages, cheese, local arts, and pottery. For the sirloin recipe, we will need the following ingredients. And for the dumpling recipe, we will need these ingredients. Hi, I'm Michael, and I'm going to prepare for you today a very good Czech dish. It's a national dish called SVICKOVA, which translates into English tenderloin. So the idea is to prepare a very good piece of meat. Along with it goes a very good gravy, and it's complemented with Czech dumplings. So the dish is relatively simple. It's very good. I cook it typically when my family or friends come and visit me on Sundays. It's a really unique dish. It has a very unique taste because if I compare it to various dishes, international dishes, this has a really special taste, and I recommend to add it to your cooking repertoire. Okay, so we'll start now with the meat. So here is, I bought a sirloin piece. It's about 6 pounds or 3 kilograms. And along with it, I bought smoked lard, which is better if it's smoked, but of course if you don't have smoked, it's okay. It's not a big deal. And I cut the pork fat into strips like that. And what I do with the knife, I basically make a hole in it, okay? And I insert this fat inside the meat. Now the reason why we do that is so that the meat gets juicy over time, okay? Now I have the meat ready. I put all the pork fat inside, and I prepared here a baking tray, and I put on it bones, all kinds of bones, bone marrow, these bones, this bones, this bones, and I'm gonna add this sirloin to that tray, and I'm gonna put it now in the oven for 45 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius or 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In a second baking tray, I will put the vegetables. So I'll cut the vegetables into small pieces, like that. And I'm gonna put it on the tray and add a little bit of oil. Okay, so now I have the vegetables cut up, and I just drizzle a little bit of oil, not much, just a little bit. And note that I did not add any salt, any pepper to the vegetables, nor to the meat and the bones. Yeah, so it's just like that. I just will put it in the oven right now. So I put the tray of meat at the top with the bones and the tray of vegetables below it. And now I'm gonna leave it at 200 degrees Celsius for about 45 minutes. Basically, I want to get the bones and the meat to get a little bit brown. About 10 minutes before we take out the bones, the meat, and the vegetables from the oven, we'll start cooking some water. Okay, so we go to the stove. Here I have a big pot, stainless steel, and I'm going to add to it 3 liters. This is a 3 liters of water, just water. And I'm gonna just turn it on and on maximum so that it starts cooking. All right. So then we're gonna need the following ingredients. We'll need bay leaves, we'll need allspice, we'll need pepper, and we will need also thyme. This is fresh thyme from the garden. Because I want to be able to remove them easily afterwards, I'm going to put these ingredients into this mesh, which can be closed and then easily removed. Okay? To that water, we're going to add 100 milliliters of vinegar, but this is wine vinegar. Okay? Then we're going to add 1 spoon of Dijon mustard. And here we have 4 spoons of cranberry sauce. And the last thing that I'm going to add is a glass of white wine, preferably some wine that is a bit sour, Riesling wine for example. And here what you will find with this dish is that you have 2 competing tastes. You have the sour coming from the wine and the vinegar, and then the sweet which comes from the cranberry sauce. Okay? Once the water starts boiling, we just add all the ingredients to the boiling water. Then we add the meat to the pot. We add some bones also to the pot. And then we top it with the vegetables that we baked in the oven. We shouldn't forget about the salt. So here I have some sea salt. And now we're gonna let it cook. Then we're gonna lower the temperature so that it just simmers. And we let it simmer for 2 hours. Let's start with the dumplings. So it's very easy. We mix some bread or buns, white bread I used here. I cut it into small cubes. Then I add 2 pounds of all-purpose flour. Then I mix 2 eggs with 1 liter of milk and add it to the mixture. I mix it well. I add 1 spoon of salt and baking powder to the mixture. One last thing, I add parsley, chopped parsley for nice coloring. Now I mix it all well and make sure that the dough is sticky. So now it's about time to remove the meat and the bones from the pot, and we're gonna make the gravy, okay? So first thing, we start by taking the meat out of the pot. Okay, here we go. Aluminium foil. And we're going to cover the meat so that it stays hot, okay? And so that the meat rests for about 15 minutes. And now we take out the bones and the meat. We put it out. Oh, it smells so good. Alright, here we go. And now let's take out the vegetables and mash them. And I found that if I use this mortar like that, it helps it more than with a spoon, and it's easier and it doesn't burn. This is what I did, okay, so now I have this mixture of vegetables which I basically drain to this, and now I'm going to take the stock, and I'll need about 1 liter to make the gravy. Yeah, so I'm going to just pour it. Okay. And the rest of this stock I'm going to save for other dishes. Yeah, so this is really good. You just put it in jars and put it in the fridge. and it just tastes so wonderful, and you have a finished stock. Now I'm gonna finish off the gravy. So here I have in the pot, I'm gonna put it still, I'm gonna cook it a little bit. I have the vegetables that I basically made into small pieces. Here I have the stock, and here I mixed cream. This is whipping cream, and I'm gonna add to it 2 tablespoons of all-purpose flour. Yeah, so I'm gonna just add it. I'm gonna thicken the cream, and I mix it. So, and now I'm gonna add it to the stock, and I'm gonna let it cook now for about 10 minutes. Yeah. We will taste a little bit the gravy. Oh, it's wonderful. I would say it's a little bit sour, so I'm gonna add to it a little bit of cranberry sauce. Remember, you want the taste to be both sweet and sour at the same time, okay? Okay, so the water is boiling. So now we're gonna make the dumplings, and we start like that. We have to do this process. We dip our hands in cold water, and we take a handful of this dumpling mixture, okay? And we make these shapes, and we add them to the boiling water, okay? Try to make all of them to have about the same size. So now you see that the dumplings, as the water is hot, they just went floating, and we're gonna let them float for about 20 minutes. Comes the best part. We're gonna take some of the bones after they cool down, and we're gonna give it to our favorite dogs. Here's for Goldie, and there's for Picora. And yeah, that's so good. So here I'm going to take them out. It's not going to be easy. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. We cut one in half and we check if it's done. Now we cut the meat into small slices about half a centimeter thick, and we're ready to serve. And here is how it's typically served. 3 or 4 slices of dumplings, gravy on the plate, slice of meat, and on the side you have a slice of lemon with cranberry sauce on top of it, and some like to put whipping cream on top of the cranberry sauce. Okay, so here we have it. We made this specialty called SVICKOVA. It smells so good. And I'm gonna do now the most important thing, and that is to taste it. I like to start with the dumplings, and you just dip it in this gravy, and that gravy is awesome. Phenomenal. It's so good. I highly recommend it. Add it to your cooking repertoire. You will not regret it. Bye for now.